All right, let's talk about non-farm payroll. We just missed it. I actually wasn't trading. I on Friday, February the 2nd. So I want to go back. Obviously, that was a headlines were just blowing up about this report. So how did the vMAX do? I think that the market was, there was a lot of people were surprised. It was a better than expected jobs report, et cetera, et cetera, all these things. So, how do you balance these things out against the overall market mood, et cetera, et cetera? Well, maybe you just use the vMAX. So let's do this. Let's just go ahead and check. We're going to check all these dollar pairs right here. Okay, so we're going to go. We're going to hit two of 24. We're going to go to 830, and here's what we've got. What do we have here? All right, we had a pretty good there was the move. But let's look at the vMAX. Okay, how did the vMAX fare? All right, so this is a 2-minute chart, and obviously, news events and that sort of thing. You're going to want to get down in there. We like the 10-minute for our everyday trades for the most part, but the 2-minute definitely is where you want to be for your more volatile events. So you can get a little bit closer view of what's going on. It's more of a front 3 rows seat type of a scenario. But let's just see. So we would have came in, let's go right about here. Okay, let's just come in and let's see what we had 2 signals to the upside. We had 1, 2, 3 signals to the downside, 4 signals to the downside with this down here. However, we did have this vertical bar to the upside, so that would have canceled 1. So we're still 1, 2, 3, and then we've got here these cancel each other, so we're still 3 over 2. So we're still to the downside. That's our inclination right now. Now we have these here, those cancel each other. We have 1 to the upside, but that 1 doesn't override the 3 that we still have overriding, and then we snap in right here. At 828, we snap with a upside move. However, we still don't have our count. Our count is still 1, 2, right? So then at 830, we get a series of 1, 2, 3, and we were in the down. So here's the thing: watch how this works. We never had enough signal to have us leave the downside. We were down, down, down. We had a conflict, but we still had 3 over the conflict. So those 3 maintain. Okay. Then this blue here cancels that blue circle. But then we got a blue bar. Okay, so now we're at 4. We have to overcome 4 to change our mind and go the other direction. We get 1. Okay, right here. So we're still downside. Now, at the time that the news breaks, obviously the whole thing moves down. We were already downside. Okay, we were already downside. We were already short for this movement. So let's see. Euro USD, we've passed with flying colors. Let's go to the pound dollar. All right, pound dollar. Let's see. We're going to go to the same exact day. Oh, here we go, Friday 8:30. Let's see what we had here. Friday 8:22 right there. So we were all okay. So here we go. We have hang on just 1 second. I've got a cat that's like a dog. She meows when she wants in. She meows when she wants out. So anyway, we're here. We've got, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signals here. So then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're at 4. No, I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. We don't count this one because we had a blue signal. We had a blue bar. So that overrides this. That's conflict, right? Then we have 1 here. This one here is 1, and then we have a blue, so that erases that. So now we have 2, 3. that we need to get rid of. Okay, there's one here, there's a faint one. Okay, so we'll count that. We'll say 4. Okay, well here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have blue, so that's 5. So now we're downside, right? We're downside for sure. And we've got, obviously we have directional strength, and we have sentiment clearly to, in bearish territory. Okay, so that obviously is another giveaway. And then we've got the drop. There is the drop. So we were down. We were correct on pound dollar. Let's go to Aussie dollar. I think you're probably starting to notice a pattern here. Yep, here we go. Let's see how we did. All right. 1, 2. These 2 signals here are negated by those 2 signals there. So now our count comes in at 1, 2, 3. Now we have a count of 1. That 1 right there is canceled by this orange candle, because that's candles are indicators. So we're going to count that. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3 that we needed to beat. So there we go. We're downside, right? We're downside at 818. We get a signal to an upside signal, but we have to overcome 4. No, wait, we have to overcome 5. No, that one doesn't count. We have to overcome 4. So there, now we have 1, and then we go into the downside move. Okay, and that's 60. That was 60 ticks right there, right? Okay, so let's go dollar yen. Okay, let's see how it came out. We would have been, let's see here, we had 1, 2 to the downside, 1 to the upside, 1 to the downside. So we've been right in here. We have been 1. The candle was orange, so that's 1. We have the vertical, it's 2. We have the crossover, 3. We have the extension, 4. Then we have 1 to the downside, doesn't overcome the 4. So now we're in this choppy thing here. We still need to see. So now we've got 1 to 1, 1 to 1. So if you even go to the 1 to 1, we're now 1, 2 over the 1 to 1. So now we're still upside. We're either upside if you counted and you went back to the highest set of signals, or we went to 1 to 1. We now have 1 to 1 because they cancel each other out each time. 1, 2. We're in extension, so we're in upper territory. Our sentiment is in the bullish territory. We have an extension in our strength, and there's the move to the upside. So the tool was correct again. CAD dollar, go. Dollar CAD, I should say, right? Getting pretty clear to see, right? We had 2 here. We were basically looking at a lot more options, more to the upside. The upside was obviously clearly presenting itself. Then we had our final volley to the downside. 1, 2. We come back up here. 1, 2, 3. As soon as we hit that third one, we're in. We're moving. If you count candles, if you're counting candles, we had 1 candle here. That's an indicator. 2, 3 over these 2. Boom. There you go. You're in the upside. So you were directionally correct again, and ahead of time. We were ahead of the move directionally. Correct. And then let's go here. Where are we at? We are on the dollar Swiss. Go to the same place. And once again, let's see what we've got. Okay, yeah, that was we were clearly on the correct side. We had orange candles. we had signal to the upside, 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 and then we had the move, okay? And the move went to the upside. Listen, it is actually that simple. So there's a lot of more nuance that you may want to understand. You might need reassurance. You might need to have somebody right along with you. So obviously we have mentoring, we have coaching, but listen, if you just trust the system, if you can find a way to develop that inner strength, inner confidence on your own, then the tool stands alone. vMAX, that's the one you want. Get in touch.